Today I want to talk about Gaba, good for anxiety, stress, sleep, and a lot more. Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist, get healthy now. Hi, we're going to talk about Gaba today. This is a naturally occurring amino acid, neurotransmitter that's inside our brain. We actually produce this in our brain. And this actually goes across the blood-brain barrier, so it's very interesting. And a normal amino acid that we find in a lot of different things. It's approved by the FDA. It can be put in all kinds of different things. They're putting it in all kinds of drinks and different things now. And it has a lot of health benefits. There's no doubt about it. And it really doesn't have any major side effects of any kind, other than maybe a little tingling or maybe a little bit nausea or something like that if you take a whole bunch. We'll get into that later. I'll get into dose at the end also and where to find it and that type of thing. So first of all, like I said, it's approved by the FDA. It increases relaxation, reduces stress, it balances your mood, helps you feel calm, alleviates pain also, and helps you with sleep, all kinds of different things. Actually, some of the medications that are given for sleep and anxiety also help to work with GABA. And also some of the natural supplements like valerian and magnesium and L-theanine and that type of thing also work with GABA production too in your brain. So it's very interesting. And also arginine and passion flower, ginseng and kava all help to produce GABA in the brain. Also tea. A lot of people talk about tea as being relaxing, and also it's found in green tea and black tea and oolong teas also, and also in fermented foods like tempeh and miso and fermented vegetables in general like sauerkraut and that type of thing. Also, it's in some whole grains and soybeans and lentils and fermented soy, of course, fava beans and some beans in general, and nuts and walnuts and almonds and sunflower seeds, all kinds of different things. So it really is out there in abundance. So it's really important to eat a great diet, a whole foods plant-based diet like mine at my website if you go here also. Also helps with all kinds of things. It's also in citrus and tomatoes and berries, also broccoli and tomatoes, and like I said, potatoes and cocoa. And also, there should get the natural source GABA. I think it's the best. Also, they make it synthetically, but I think the natural ones are better. Can be made synthetically, like I said, and they can take a lactobacillus and actually ferment that and actually grow GABA, which is great. It actually works on the cells of the brain and actually slows things down a little bit, but doesn't make you, groggy or anything. It actually just slows down the excitation in the brain and lowers anxiety and creates calm. It helps you with your mood. It helps you with your sleep. It boosts up your immune system also, which is great. And plays a big role in the function of your immune system, also with your gut too. So it's really interesting. A study found that GABA actually enhances immunity for people who are under stress. Also helps with, like I said, stress, depression, and anxiety. And a study with a bunch of people actually showed that it helps with relieve anxiety, and it helps with really fast, within an hour of taking the GABA. So pretty exciting stuff. Another study also shown that if you take 100 milligrams of GABA, it actually helps people to slow down their thinking and alleviate mental stress in general. Another study in the Journal of American Psychiatry showed that if they took GABA, they had less problems with stress. So another study with the Columbia University had less problems with panic disorders. Also balances our endocrine system, all our hormones in our body. So that's a great thing also. And exercise, the study shows that if you exercise, you produce more cells in your brain that produce more GABA. So, a balanced life is very important, and people don't exercise enough lately. And I say this again, balanced diet, balanced lifestyle, they really are important. GABA also helps with PMS, and if you have your monthly period and you get irritable or moody and you don't feel good in general, take some GABA, that will help too. Also helps to regulate appetite, and your metabolism can boost up your metabolism. You feel less hungry also. Also helps with the ADHD, and study shows that it can help with your attention and focus, which is really great. Helps with inflammation, which I wouldn't expect, but it also works with your probiotics and everything in your body. So it helps to prevent inflammation, which helps to prevent disease in general. So that's really great. Also, a study at the University of UCLA showed that it could actually prevent rheumatoid arthritis, which is great. If you have that running in your family, you might want to think about taking GABA. Also, the Journal of Neuroinflammation, GABA actually showed you suppress certain things that would trigger inflammation in the body. Really great. Also, helps with seizures. And if people have epilepsy and other seizure disorders, actually taking 0.8 grams daily actually showed that it actually brought down their number of seizures that they had daily. So that's another thing. And they were using it with young people who were around 14, 15, 13, that age, and it made a significant difference in the amount of seizures they were having. So really great. Also, growth hormone. A lot of people, you could take this and boost up your growth hormone. But this is one of the few things that I've seen it actually boosts up your growth hormone. So really great. A 2008 study actually showed with men that it actually increased growth hormone by 400%. They're like, wow, that's amazing. Also helps with insomnia and sleep problems. And lots of people have sleep problems, and let me tell you. A lot of people also take it with 5-HTP in the combination with GABA, and that is a really great combination to go together. A study in 2015 actually found that people who took GABA actually fell asleep faster. A 2008 study actually found that people were 30% less likely to get up in the middle of the night, so they just slept better. A double-blind study with rice germ GABA actually showed that people had a better process of sleeping if they took the GABA. So really, very interesting. It lowers blood pressure. Just about everything. It helps with blood pressure in some way. You know what? Chlorella, the algae, the green algae chlorella, has a significant amount of GABA in it. So that's a great thing too, If you want to be able to sleep better, you might want to take your chlorella in the evening so you could sleep better. And a 12-week study actually showed that it was rich in GABA and slightly lowered blood pressure in general. Taking chlorella, that was. Helps with difficulty in concentrating and memory. And a 2012 study at Johns Hopkins showed that actually children with this ADHD would actually help by the GABA. So that's another great thing. Better Thinking, a study in 2015 actually showed that with 30 people actually showed that they were able to, think clearer and actually perform tests better. People with acrophobia, actually, a study in 2006 showed that they had less problems with that. So another thing also, and they had less irrational fears and thinking. Also, build stronger, larger muscles. So a study in 2019 in the Journal of Clinical Medicine actually showed they had the whole body fat actually went down and muscle mass went up in participants. So that's a really great, interesting thing too. Also, is being used in food a lot. It's been approved by the FDA. They're putting it in sports drinks and snack bars, and they're also putting it in chewing gum and candies and all kinds of stuff, You can get it from your food, first of all. That's probably the best way. You get a great diet. But if you find yourself moody or having anxiety, or you're having sleep problems, you might want to try some Gaba. It is pretty safe stuff. Side effects, you can take a massive dose, 3, 4, 5,000 milligrams. Of course, you're going to get an upset stomach. You're going to not be able to breathe. You get even a panic attack maybe. But for normal doses, between 250 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams, broken into 3 or 4 doses throughout the day, absolutely no problems whatsoever. But it's not for those who are pregnant, nursing, or small children. And it interacts with a lot of things. So you might want to check with your doctor if you have, some medications going on also. And most of them, it interacts in a great way. So usually it's not a problem, but some things it does interact with. And where do you find it? You can find it on Amazon and eBay, and just about every health food store has Gaba around. So if you want to take charge of your life and take charge of your sleep, take charge of your anxiety and your depression, and have more vim and vigor and get up and go in a safe way, which is approved by the FDA also, and you might want to take some Gaba. If you want to get a hold of me, at the end here, it'll have a little information about how to get a hold of me. And if you want to do a consultation, I would love to help you get on the road to feeling, really excitingly healthy like me. I feel great. I'm going on 67 here pretty soon, and I'm going to hit that milestone. And I don't take any medications whatsoever. I don't have any aches or pains. I don't have any diseases, and I plan to live to be 150 and feeling super. So if you want to come with me, let's get that together. I ask for a $50 donation, and we can do your wife or your spouse or other half together with that. And so that's a pretty inexpensive way to go to get you on the track of moving forward in life and feeling fantastic for the next half of your life, or the next 3/4 of your life, or maybe whatever segment of life that you want to start moving in and changing your life. And so have a wonderful day. Feel free to get a hold of me. Click on Show More, and all my contact information is right there also. So have a wonderful day. Remember, I love you. Remember God, and have a wonderful day.